How is it going, viewers? It's John here from Super Concept, and we're back at NASCAR Full Pack Racing. So we're get here into the Talladega. So you can teleport once something that you can go into teleport some other things that before. So let's try the Talladega. So before I'm going to do this, make sure I need to tell you something about this. So I'm gonna be doing this right now, and let's get right here. So everyone is going to pit right there. So I need to turn the chat back on before the Talladega is here. So let's turn on the right here. So welcome to this one. So you can teleport back to lobby where it belongs to here. So you can try against one, and we're here on Talladega in NASCAR 2003 season. So let's go ahead and spawn the car right here. So we're going to be fighting for the numbers or something. It has got to be very much more high or something. It is very such a big kind of waste of things. So before I'm going to be doing something like faster things. So let's try number 19 as well. Before I think this is not going to be much more faster than I hear. So that must be the Doge. But anyways, we're gonna be starting with the Italian style. So looks like we're gonna be using right here for the tacos. It looks like we're not able to waste some fuel quickly, so we're gonna give it a try. And let's blasting through for the NASCAR strategy, and let's hit towards I'm not going to get corner cut for something. And let's heading for 300 kilometers an hour. It looks like this has got to be more exactly as fast as we're heading towards as known as the most fearless track in the world since his last video that I uploaded in NASCAR Unleashed. That I certainly did that I'm going to be using this right now. So let's blast right through inside for this one and the Unleashed Remastered. Since in part 1 I started NASCAR things back in Daytona. And looks like we're starting for a qualification, so this is an absolute practice session in Daytona. I mean, it was absolutely Talladega. So where are the crowds? And nothing but ever whatsoever. So there's no crowds. And because during this race day, before the crowds come, and I mean, it was nothing whatsoever. No spectators, nothing as well. And I'm doing inside, and it fortunately not trying to do some well, and it's gonna be much more speeding and whatsoever. It feels not doing so well, and it feels like I'm not going to be doing such a bad thing because I just kind of using for the Italian style. And one more thing that I'm absolutely in lap 5, if you hit the walls too hard on any track on different types of cars while you're racing and might able to hit the wall, you're resulting for a cut slowdown, which is resulting for a penalty, which means it must be everywhere all the time, because if you try to hit some other walls on any track, you might able to get a cut slowdown. So let's get around for another laps whatsoever. So let's get right here into lap number 6 as well. So we're still in Italian style before I'm going to get back into the pits on lap number 10, which is I'm not able to do so, but lap number 8 as well. So I feel I'm not going to be so stressful at this one, and I'm not going to be swearing around the track limit. So you can still view everything if you want to do a free view as well. So I'm not going to be taking for a few long laps for just seriously. Since I finished 8 laps, so let's bring this Italian man back into the pits. So let's bring him in, and let's not going to be saying for just such a long time, for just kind of counts for 8 laps for a time, because we're not just in lap number 9 as well. So let's get right here back into the pits, and the fuel is about to run out even slowly as we're going back into the pits, and we're not going to be changing tires and refuel this vehicle for just 2 cans for just something just like one. So let's bring him back into the pits. I hope there is no corner cuts for this one, and let's get back here in this one. And I just absolutely pitting as well. So shift down to 84 studs per second, which is I almost get right there to the spawn. So let's test for this pitting strategy for some other wells. this is not a qualification, it's a terminal practice for something. Okay, this is the pit stop right over here, so I'm not going to jump off the car, and we're still stand still. But this vehicle is officially staying here for just quite a bit or long time. So the pit is already done for just one. So I jump out of the car and I might able to disappear for this vehicle. Let's try something more faster than you ever think. It must be the Hot Wheels vehicles. So more like hot mess like this one. So let's get this guy out of the pits and let's do some more lap times with this car, starting with lap number 9 as well. So let's continue some more things. And then just one thing that it absolutely pranks you this way. So this video won't able to prank you because I just pretty make sure that I'm going to be feeling real for the NASCAR 2003 season. This game feels so grippy, but we're starting for lap number 11 for this time. So I'm doing for just an inside on the outside lane. This is not a absolute for a draft zone like that. So if I cross the yellow line, I might absolutely going for a cut slowdown because it feels not quite a very bit weird. But this vehicle was absolutely not outstanding as well. So this car is going to be blasting up for lots of laps and lots of things that you ever before that aren't going to be driven lots of miles whatsoever. So if this car may ran out of fuel, it might go able to get back into the pits if this car despawns automatically when it runs out of fuel. So we still have a lot of lap times to do until lap number 15. So lap number 3 should be on the final lap of this race because of 15 laps is quite a bit easy because I record this video for under 15 minutes. I upload this video for under 15 minutes as well because we have a last few corners to go. So if this car finishes, so we'll have to change this car because of hot mess. It was just kind of a pretty intense logo right there. So this is not an intense logo. Oh no, I almost cut that corner because of the penalty. Might able to go slightly slow down for this time. And it must be the final race for this. I mean, it's just the final lap for this one. So the crowds have just come to cheer me up, and it's gonna be finished for a lot of time. So I just qualified in first position. So I guess that's it before this. And I got 15 laps for just some reason, and I got no corner cuts whatsoever without able to corner cut even types of corners as well. So let's bring this Hot Wheels vehicles back into the pit lane, and we're not just quite a bit short for a few more laps to go. So even since went back into the pits, I'm not able to swear, and looks like we're choosing another vehicle for just one. But not just one, we're going to be using another one. I'm not using with this track limits. And we're officially back into the pits for some other times. We're officially back into the pits, and if I'm going to get out of this vehicle, so make sure I'm not going to be letting you know about the strategy. So if I'm out of here at this point, I'm not able to do so, but top speed on this one thing. Looks like I'm going to get out of this vehicle if I already pit for this one. So I just jump out of the car and it won't despawn it once. And we're just finding another one, and I'm not going to do so. But anyways, maybe what about we're going up into the space like the number 08. Let's get right into this vehicle, and we're going for a 5 laps remaining. So let's get right here, out of here to the pits. And let's going to blast off into lap number 16. We're coming for the last 3 laps remaining on this qualification, or just something like, even this is not a qualification, this is a transitional practice. So looks like I'm keeping on staying down inside, but looks like I'm using for a Pontiac since lap number 15 before lap number 16. And maybe this is not going to be much more harder than I'm not going to guess something. It was still nothing but whoever it is. But still, we're still going down inside for today's race. And this is not for today's race, it's just a transitional practice. It was Papyrus, and it was NASA, but it's just, well, we're not able to get back into the pits, because sometimes it's just cheating by it sometimes. And if you go off track for this race, you might resulting for a corner cut or something. We're just in lap number 19 because we're just in 2 laps to go. Because we're still on inside, because it is not a qualification or something. It has just been for a 2003 racing session, but still I'm not hitting some other walls for something any of these tracks without crashing. And where are the players of just one, so I'm not able to look around the board, but it's still practice for something, for a lot of things, and a lot of this something, but it's still going inside for something. If you're gonna go for an onboard view, make sure I need to get inside the view. If you see like this one, and it's gonna be probably not perfect for this one, and it makes you a lot of trouble since we're on for a final lap. The white flag drops, and it's gonna be a one final lap practice. And another player just joined. It looks like we're going for aggressive battle. I am not aggressive driving for this one, so this is not quite a bit a good thing. But the reason that the driver is gonna get catching me up before it's something that it might itself is gonna be nothing whatsoever. So another one was Jojo 243 Ham has joined, and he has left the game as well. It looks like we're on a one more time for this one for the last kind of turn. And we got ourselves for crowds out here, so they're starting to roar against them, and we're about to finish one until the finish. The checkered flag is out, and we're absolutely finished as well. It's a pleasure day to take on a pit lane light, because I was pitting by the way, so we're still on 84 studs per second. Looks like we're going back into the lobby, I guess. Maybe I think I'm going for the next track, but I guess. And I hope you enjoy for this video. If you like for today's video, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And I'll jump out of the car and despawn it whatsoever. So here are my lap times for over 50 seconds. And we're not about to do this time, so I'm getting back into the lobby or something. So I thankfully for just doing for like that as well, so make sure this game link is in the description below, and I hope you guys, I'll see you in the next video. So this is Turbo Concept signing off. Cheer out.